everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. For this video I decided, since it's the first one ever, I was going to do a pretty chill sort of sketchbook video. Nothing too crazy, just to start off with, and yeah. This is just me putting all my crap back in my sketchbooks that fell out. This is the front of my sketchbook. I think it's pretty cute. That little drawing tends to pop up a lot in my drawings. The little face, I can't stop drawing it. I started sketching the kind of basic outline of the dragon. I've been really into drawing like little creatures recently, particularly dragons. I drew a digital sketch of a dragon inspired by a moth that I found on Pinterest, and it has all gone downhill from that. I can't stop drawing dragons. It's really fun. I don't know, I feel like you can make them go in any way, any direction you want. It's just very free, you know? Don't have to worry too much about proportions and stuff, because like, who cares? I wanted to kind of just focus on keeping it pretty simple, so I only used pencils and a black Prismacolor because I could not be bothered to do anything else. But yeah, I was like midway through, well actually it was after I finished drawing the first dragon, I was kind of like, hey, this would be pretty cool if there was another one on the other page that tied into it. So I actually did that later on, spoiler alert. But I think it ended up looking pretty cool, I can't lie. I think this year, one of my main goals is to draw in my sketchbook a lot more. And so far I feel like I've definitely been doing that. I find it actually really difficult to keep on top of that. And I think it's because I think of it as something to keep on top of, like doing sketchbook drawings. And it's not, you know, like if you want to do it, then you just do it. And that's kind of what I've been trying to get into my head. Like, if I want to do sketchbook, I can do a little bit of sketchbook. If I don't, then I don't have to, you know? Also, I apologize if you can hear any background noise. This microphone probably isn't the best at blocking out noise. My walls are thin. My walls are very thin. But yeah, this dragon was inspired by a drawing of Haku from Spirited Away, in his dragon form, of course. I did not know whether or not it was fan drawn or if it was actual art for the film. Couldn't tell you, but it was on Pinterest, and it was literally like the first picture that came up, because I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to draw Haku if I wanted to just draw a dragon. So it just became a random dragon. But I was inspired by that picture. And also, recently I've been really enjoying this artist called Sovka. On Twitter, I think that art is Sovka Monster, could be wrong though, but that art is, oh, I love that art so much. That art is so good. They draw loads of like own characters that are like usually like just creatures or like dragons. I love their dragon artwork, and they are like one of my main inspirations at the moment. Which you can see a lot of inspiration from them in these two drawings. Like the sword sticking out of the dragon I added because I saw it in one of their artworks, and I was like, oh, that's such a cool element to add, and it adds a little element of storytelling as well, which is always fun to have in your drawings. Particularly in the second dragon, you can see a lot of their influence in it. I just wanted to touch on that because I didn't want people to think that I was like, I don't know, stealing. I don't think it's stealing, it's just, you know, taking inspiration. There's also nothing wrong with taking inspiration from stuff, as long as you like say that you have, and you know. Anyway, this is the thing. I'm just going on a long spiel now. That was the finished drawing pretty much for the first dragon. So now we're going into the second dragon, and I can't lie, I really love this one a lot more than the first one. I just think it has so much more like expression in it, and like, I don't know, I really like the way that I later colored it in as well. It was just so much better, so much better. But yeah, I also just realized the amount of times I say and but yeah in my sentences, so I apologize for that. I will try and cut out as much as I can, lol. But yeah, I kind of wanted these two dragons to contrast a little bit, so like the first dragon is kind of pretty like calm, even though it's literally being stabbed. It's, you know, kind of unbothered, kind of just like a mystic, beautiful little dragon. And the second one, I kind of wanted it to have a lot more anger in it, and maybe a little bit more like feralness to it. And I feel like it was a cool contrast to have, and I definitely, what I don't usually do in my sketchbook page is just sort of like link them together. Like I do one drawing on one page, and the next drawing doesn't really have much relevance to it, which is obviously fine, but I think it's really cool to have them link in and kind of blend into the other page. I think that's really awesome. I found this actually kind of difficult to do in terms of the positioning of the dragon, just because I was using a reference to the first picture, like kind of for the basis of how the dragon was gonna look. And then this one, I kind of just had an idea and went with it. There's, as I said before, big inspiration from Self-Grow in the face. But other than that, like the body, it was kind of just from my brain, and I was just like, this looks crazy at first. I was like, this does not look like a dragon, this looks like some snake with a massive head. I was not. I was kind of struggling a little bit, but then obviously, you know, you carry on, you push through, and it ended up actually looking not that crazy. And I ended up liking this one a lot more than the other one. Because it's my first YouTube video, I thought I'd go into a little bit why I wanted to start doing YouTube. Because I currently have an Instagram. I've had an Instagram account for my art for like years. It's, oh my god, I've had it for so long. Maybe since I was like 13, something like that. I'm currently 19, getting old now. So I guess it's been a while. And I've also recently started doing TikTok for my digital art, but I have been trying to branch out and film my traditional art, which is kind of what I'm doing right now as well. But it's so hard to do that when you have a bad phone. But yeah, I've always enjoyed doing YouTube, like even at a young age, I've always wanted to do it. Like I remember making, like, I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but I used to play Movie Star Planet, and I used to make Movie Star Planet music videos, and oh my god, they were so bad. It was basically just like a screenshot of my Movie Star Planet character with like the lyrics next to it, and I thought it was like the best thing I've ever made in my life. And I remember once this person had an argument with me in the YouTube comment section being like, this is rubbish, and I was like, my 8-year-old self was like, F you, no it's not. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of crazy, but that's how it all began, I guess. Yeah, I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I think for like what I do, like drawing and art and stuff, it's just like the best way to do it. Like I really enjoyed recording the process for this, and I really enjoy sharing my art with people. I know how much people enjoy watching like draw with me videos, and I was doing a little bit of research because I was like, do I really want to be talking in the background of this video? Will it be annoying? Or will it just sound awful, and will I have nothing to talk about? However, literally like 90% of the draw with me videos were like super relaxed, super like people were just chatting, you know, and I was kind of like, damn, I can chat, you know, I can say so much but also say so little. This is perfect for me. I'm joking, obviously. People have really informative, great videos out there, but some of them are really chill and I really enjoyed them. A lot of them were kind of like, this is a video, like if you feel like you're on a FaceTime call with me, which was nice. I actually really liked them. I feel like it's going to be different watching my video back because it's your own voice, and that's kind of terrifying, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I think weirdly the most embarrassing thing for me is actually people in my house knowing that I'm doing this. Like talking to myself. I don't know. I mean, I talk to myself anyway, so it shouldn't be much of a difference, but I'm just making myself sound insane. Okay, anyway. For ideas in the future, with YouTube and stuff, I definitely want to do a lot of different things. I want to do like art vlogs. Maybe one day we'll have a little face reveal. No promises though. That's like, I don't want this to be a dream thing, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be doing that, no thanks, but I do totally want to do art vlogs. I think they're so fun, and that's like one of the main things I enjoy watching the most, art vlogs. So yeah, I definitely want to do that, because when I go back to university, because I'm a university student, currently doing illustration as my degree. I'm in my second year, so I totally want to start doing that, and when I go back we are starting a new project which should be really fun. To be honest, I'm actually really looking forward to it, because this year so far we haven't really had a set project. We've kind of just been doing like little mini ones over the course of like a week, which is fine, but it's also a bit stressful. So I wanted to just do a big one, which I think is what we're doing when we go back, and I kind of want to record maybe some bits and pieces of it, like a uni art vlog, you know, because people really enjoy them. I really enjoy them. Since I am now drawing this little dragon man, he's coming to a close. Well, he's not coming to a close, there's still a big chunk of the video left, but you can see the basic outline of him now. He's pretty cool, but you can totally see like the difference between him and the first dragon. He's super kind of crazy looking, he's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, completely forgot to mention, my freaking camera died, and I'm new to this whole recording with a camera kind of stuff, so I didn't realize if your camera dies then it just deletes the entire footage. So I had an entire video of me just colouring in the background black, which isn't very like interesting, but it took me so long, and I kind of started regretting doing or choosing to do that midway through, because my hands were cramping up. Oh my god, my wrists were not having a good time. And neither was my pencil sharpener. Literally, like, oh, it was so much. But yeah, kind of annoyed that it did that. But at least I know now to maybe remember to check the battery life on my camera. But yeah, so I was just, I wanted to contrast them even more by having like a black background for the white dragon and then having the other dragon be black as well, so it's like contrast. But oh my god, I feel like the black background for the white dragon, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like there's, I don't know, because I don't not like it because it's messy, because that's kind of the look that I was going for anyway, but I don't know what it is about it. I'm just a little I don't know. So yeah, not sure. I feel like it kind of just doesn't look right, and I don't really know why it doesn't look right. I feel like it looks like I've cut out the dragon and stuck it down, which is fine, but it's not really what I was going for. I feel like the leaves maybe make it a little bit crazy, but it's fine. But when I started colouring in the other dragon, I feel like that kind of made it look a lot better. As I said, I'm super into drawing like little creatures recently. On my Instagram, I've been kind of popping off. I have my main Instagram, which is Spider Lily, which doesn't really say Spider Lily, but that's my username. You know, it's fine. That's how you pronounce it. But I have a side Instagram account, which is where I basically just dump all of my sketches that I probably won't finish, which is the name is mygrxin, but it's once again spelt silly, mygrxin. It was partially to have a fun little wordplay, but also myg, minion game, you know, he's gotta be in there somewhere. Yeah, I've been kind of on my weird little creature moment. I drew, as I said, actually I don't know if I said, I can't remember, but I drew a dragon digitally, which was inspired by a long-tailed burnet moth that I found on Pinterest, and since then I have not been able to stop. It's been crazy. But I've also been doing a lot of print ideas and sticker ideas, because in May I'm having a stall at my uni's. It's like an illustration fair. It's called CMYK because, you know, fun. And part of our degree and part of our thing this year is to have a stall there, so we kind of have to. But I'm quite looking forward to it, but I'm kind of making designs already. And I think it would be pretty cool if maybe I included these dragons in one of the prints, but I don't know how well they turn out, because obviously I drew them kind of fast, and like these dragons took me like maybe an hour and a half to do overall. Like they weren't too crazy, and it was, you know, so I don't know, but we'll see, because I'm doing some stickers that are kind of just silly ones, and I think I might do prints which are a little bit more like you'd want to hang that on your wall, you know, like they're pretty cool. But I've also been really, like, I started rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen on, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, because I watched it when the first season came out, which I think was like maybe 2019, 2020, maybe, could be completely off, but I think that's when I started watching it. And I watched it like I watched halfway through the first season, until, spoilers by the way, if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, then just like ignore everything that I'm saying past this point, until I've completely forgotten the name, that guy that's like has that emo haircut, that's like, I don't know, he's like really sad, and he's like, you need to teach me how to do curses, and then Yuji makes friends with him, and then yeah, whatever. I stopped at that point when he turned into a curse, because I was like, no, like it genuinely upset me. And then I rewatched it and I was like, I okay, I know this is coming, and also it's not as sad as I thought it was. Like, I don't know. I think when you rewatch stuff like that, it usually isn't. But I finished the first season. I've also finished the movie, the Zero movie, which was really interesting. Actually, I really enjoyed that one. With completely forgot. I think Okotsu, I think his name is. He's like the third year, who's like kind of mysterious, and with Rika, and oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. But now I'm starting the second season, and you can really tell, like, sorry, this is such a tangent right now, I apologize, but you can really tell, like, the difference in animation from the first season to the second season, because I know it's been a few years since the first one came out, but, like, the background animation and, like, the fight scenes, oh my god, there's so much more. Like, they were amazing already, but there's so much more. And I'm really enjoying. I'm only on the first episode still, so be aware of that. I know that I kind of know what's gonna happen, but I also don't, because I've seen a lot of edits on TikTok of why have I forgotten his name? Hello, he's like the main guy, blue-eyed man, and his boyfriend, but not boyfriend, the one with the long black hair. Yeah, I kind of know what's gonna happen. Well, you kind of know anyway, because it's like a prequel to stuff that's already happened. Like, he's gonna go evil, but you find out why. And I'm really excited to find out. But yeah, anyway. Ignore that entire section, I guess, because that was not needed. But whatever, I've been just wanting to draw Jujutsu Kaisen fan art, was basically what I was trying to say throughout that whole thing. That's kind of my brain rot recently, is Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm so happy about it, because I haven't had like an obsession like this in so long. I feel like I have my weird little things that I enjoy, that I will always enjoy, but I haven't had like a main one in a while, and I feel like this series is finally letting me have that. I just love, I know that there's a lot of death in the second season, and I'm not prepared for it, because I love all the characters. So I'm ignoring it for now, and I'm not thinking about it, and I'm just gonna draw everyone like they're not gonna die, because they're not. If I say they're not gonna die, then they're not gonna die. It's that simple. But yeah, I drew the trio, and then I also drew the trio again, but wearing silly hats, and I think that's what we all need, to be honest. We need every character we love wearing a silly hat. But yeah, on my mygrxin, my second Instagram account, my sketch dump account, I draw so many things that I'm like obsessed with at the moment. So if you want to give it a little follow, then go ahead. I definitely post more on there than I do my main account, but that's just because I draw so much crap and never finish it. But yeah, I've drawn like Boy Genius, love Boy Genius. I drew them a lot actually on there, and I drew Last of Us fan art. I had my one of my friends did like a full playthrough with us in the living room, and it was so fun. And that's kind of where I've always loved The Last of Us. The Last of Us has been such like a big game in my life, and I feel like I love it so much. And I feel like I have like months out of my life where I just go back into it again, and I love it so much. But this time it was so much more, because I was actually watching someone play it, and I feel like I could just like info dump to them about the game. And yeah, it was just really fun, and I drew Ellie and Tina, and also Ellie had a big Ellie moment, because hello, who doesn't love Ellie? And who doesn't love Abby, by the way? I'm not even gonna get into that. People who don't like Abby are just silly, because Ellie and Abby are literally the same fucking person at the end of the day. It's just because you have a little attachment to Ellie, and that's fine, but let's be reasonable about this, okay? Stop hating on my girl Abby, she's awesome. And Lev, oh my god, Lev's so cool. I love Lev. Anyway, live, love, Lev. That was lame. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff on my thing, and obviously when the Spider-Verse was popping off, I missed that time, and can we go back to that time? I have a lot of Spider-Verse art on there. I drew, let me find out when it was. I drew Spider-Punk. It was June 2023, June last year, as Robert Smith from The Cure in like one of the photo shoots that he did, and it's still one of my favorite drawings I've ever done. It was such a cool drawing. And yeah, just a little bit promo right now. I'm just going through my own Instagram. But yeah, I feel like I completely just chatted so much crap then. Oh my god. I'm hoping that this video wasn't too well, no, when it finished really, but I'm hoping that it wasn't too heavy on the conversation. I feel like I kind of went off a little bit towards the end and started talking about stuff that wasn't really relevant to the video, but it's fine. I wanted this video to be kind of like that anyway. I wanted it to be a bit chill, kind of just like you're talking to your mate or you're listening to your mate talk. This is what my friends hear all the time, I think, which is weird because now I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna be like, ooh, that's what I sound like. Anyway, but yeah, this is probably sort of the vibe that is gonna be my YouTube channel, which is fun. It's definitely something that I'm excited to continue with, and yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my little dragons. I also completely forgot to record the final drawings, so I had to take a picture of it and then input it into the video, and it doesn't look as good, but it's fine. You can kind of tell what they look like anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know if you guys want to say anything in the comments below, or just, you know, about the drawings, whatever. That was me trying to show it really badly, lol.